Hi everyone, today's lesson is about related rate problems in differential calculus. I have two examples here for you. Let's answer the first one. Okay, so here the height and radius of a cylinder are both changing, resulting in a change in the cylinder's volume. The radius of the cylinder is decreasing at a constant rate of 8 meters per second, and the volume is decreasing at a constant rate of 2,125 cubic meters per second. At the instant when the height of the cylinder is 12 meters and the volume is 1,300 cubic meters, what is the rate of change in the height? Okay, so let's start with what is being asked here. Rate of change. What is the rate of change in height? So that means we need to find dH over dt. All right, so what is that? Now let's identify the given here. Okay, the second sentence tells us that here the volume of the cylinder is decreasing, or sorry, the radius of the cylinder is decreasing. So the radius of the cylinder is decreasing at a constant rate of 8 meters per second. So meaning our dr over dt is equal to negative 8 meter per second because it's decreasing. That's why we put the negative sign. And then and the volume is decreasing as well at the rate of 2,125. So that's dV over dt equals negative 2,125. Now at the instant when the height of the cylinder is 12 meters, so that's H equals 12, and the volume, given volume is 1,300. So we need to find the dH over dt, okay, the rate of change in terms of height, or in the height rather. Now there's something here we need to solve first, and that's the r, the radius, okay, for this set of data. So to solve for that, we need to use the formula in computing for the volume of a cylinder. So take note, this is a cylinder, so that means the volume is equal to pi r squared times height, area of the base times the height. Volume is 1,300, so that's pi r squared, and then the height is given 12. So that means okay, so let's divide 12 pi on both sides. Cancel that, cancel. So r is the square root of 1,300 all over 12 pi. So we just remove the exponent 2 there to find the r. All right. Now let me just use a calculator here. 1,300 divided by 12 pi. And our r is approximately 5.87. There you go. So that we have the r now. Okay, now let's derive the formula of the volume for the cylinder. That'll be the next step that we will do. So d over dt. Right, so derivative of v is 1, right? So that'd be dv over dt equals, let's remove the pi and apply the product rule for r squared times h. So derivative of r squared is 2r times h, so that's dr over dt plus so r squared times the derivative of h, which is 1, so dh over dt. So just remember the product rule for this. This is your f function, this is your g. Okay, so just remember that. Alright, so now let's substitute all the given here. dv over dt is given, that's negative 2,125. So of course we have the pi 2 times r is 5.87. Height is 12. dr over dt is negative 8 plus r squared is 5.87 square. And then the variable that we're solving, dh over dt. There you go. Okay, what we can do here is we can divide both sides by pi, right? So let's do that. There you go. All right, so negative 2125 divided by pi is approximately negative 676.41. Okay, so let's multiply this right here. 2 times 5.87 times 12 times negative 8. So it will be negative 1124. So this is negative 1127, sorry, 0.04. Now when we move that to the right side, we add it. So 1127.04. Right, equals, we can actually divide both sides by this now. So that's 5.87 squared. So to give us the answer for dh over dt. Alright, so let's use the calculator now. So it's negative 676.41 plus 1127.04 divided by 5.87 square. So the answer is approximately 13.078. That's our dH over dt. Alrighty. Alright, let's answer number 2 now. The height and radius of a cone are both changing, resulting in a change in the cone's volume. The height of the cone is decreasing at a constant rate of 5 meters per second, and the volume is decreasing at a constant rate at 1,420 cubic meters per second. At the instant when the height of the cone is 8 meters and the volume is 564 cubic meters, what is the rate of change in the radius? So here we need to find rate of change in the radius, so that means dr over dt. What is that? Okay, let's identify the given here. The height of the cone is decreasing at a constant rate, so dh over dt, it's decreasing at negative 5 meters per second. For the volume, so that's dv over dt, 1,420. So our height here is 8 meters. By the way, this is negative. And then the volume given is 564. So the first thing we need to do here is to solve for r using the formula in computing for the volume of a cone. So it's 1/3 pi r squared times the height. Volume is 564 equals, let's just say it's pi over 3 r squared times 8. Okay, now pi over 3 times 8, let's multiply those two. So pi over 3 times 8 is equal to 8.38. So 564 equals 8.38 r squared. That's when we multiply this two. Okay, and then obviously let's divide both sides by 8.38. 564 divided by 8.38. That's 67.30. All right. So let's get the square root of that to find the r. So 67.30 is approximately 8.20. All right. Now let's derive the volume formula. 1/3 pi r square h. So d over dt. So dv over dt equals 1/3 pi. And let's use the product formula for r square h. So that's 2r times h. We derive the r, so dr over dt rather. Then r squared, derivative of h is 1, so dh over dt. All right, dv over dt. After that, after deriving the formula, let's substitute everything that we have here on the left side. So this is negative 1,420 equals, let's just say this is pi over 3 times 2 times r, 8.20. Height is 8, and then dr over dt, the one that we're solving, r is 8.20 square. dh over dt is negative 5. Okay, so pi over 3 is, let's solve this. Pi over 3. So pi over 3 is approximately 1.048. So 1.048. Okay, let's solve this. 2 times 8.20 times 8 is, this is 131.2. Then let's solve this. 8.20 square times negative 5 is negative 336. Oh, hold on. Negative 336.2. Okay, so now that we have those values, the next thing that we will do is divide this by 1.048. Okay, so to cancel this out. Alright, so negative 1,420 divided by 1.048 is equivalent to negative 1354.96. And then we will add this one, negative 336.2. So 336.2. And then finally divided by 131.2. That'll be our dr over dt. Okay, so negative 1354.96 plus 336.2 divided by 131.2. There you go. So dr over dt is approximately negative 7.76. All right, there you go.